You open a bag of chips. It feels light. It crunches perfectly. But here's the question no one ever answers. How many real potatoes does it actually take to make just one bag of chips?
And if you really want the honest number,
You can't jump straight to the answer, because to understand how many potatoes end up in that bag, you first need to understand everything that happens to a potato inside a factory. From the moment it's pulled out of the ground to the second that bag lands on a store shelf. Stay with me, because the final number might surprise you.
Today, we're following the entire hidden journey of your favorite chips.
Not guesses,
not marketing claims.
the real factory process, from farm to fryer to packaging to delivery. And at the end of this video, we'll reveal exactly how many potatoes it truly takes to make just one bag of chips. Let's start where it all begins. Before a single chip ever exists, it begins far away from the factory, in massive potato farms that often stretch for miles. These aren't ordinary potatoes you'd buy at a grocery store. Chip manufacturers rely on specific potato varieties engineered through decades of agricultural research. They're selected for high starch content, low natural sugar, and consistent size and shape. Why does this matter? Because sugar burns faster during frying. Too much sugar means dark, bitter chips. Too little starch means weak structure and poor crunch. Farmers grow these potatoes under strict contracts. Soil quality is monitored. Irrigation is controlled. Even harvest timing is calculated down to the week. These potatoes are grown not for taste alone, but to survive extreme heat, high-speed slicing, and industrial frying without falling apart. When harvest season begins, specialized machines dig deep into the soil, pulling thousands of potatoes out every single minute. In just one day, a single large chip factory can receive hundreds of tons of raw potatoes.
But here's the first reality most people never hear. Not every potato that leaves the farm will survive what comes next.
Once harvested, potatoes are rushed into transport trucks. Timing is everything. If potatoes sit too long after harvest, their internal chemistry begins to change. Natural sugars slowly rise, moisture levels shift, and those invisible changes can quietly destroy an entire batch of chips. That's why factories operate like precision machines. Potatoes are unloaded almost immediately upon arrival. Inside the facility, they're moved into climate-controlled storage areas. Temperature is kept cool, but not cold. Humidity is tightly regulated. Why? Too dry, potatoes shrivel. Too moist, they rot. Too cold, sugars spike. Every variable is tracked by sensors 24 hours a day. Because one mistake at this stage doesn't ruin a few chips, it can ruin millions.
And once conditions are locked in, the real transformation begins.
Now, potatoes enter massive industrial washing systems. High-pressure water jets blast away dirt, mud, stones, and field debris collected during harvest. This isn't a gentle rinse, it's aggressive, relentless, designed for speed. From there, potatoes move directly into sorting lines. High-speed cameras and laser scanners analyze each potato in fractions of a second, checking size, shape, surface damage, and even subtle discolorations the human eye would miss. Any potato that's too small, cracked, bruised, or misshapen is automatically ejected from the line. No debate, no second chance. This is important to remember because from this moment on, loss becomes part of the process. Not every potato that enters the factory is allowed to continue, and the count is already shrinking. Next, approved potatoes move into peeling machines. Some factories remove the peel entirely for uniform color and texture. Others leave a thin layer to enhance flavor and visual appeal. But peeling removes mass. Skin is discarded. Weight drops again. Then comes slicing, one of the most critical steps in the entire operation. Industrial blades spin at incredible speeds, cutting potatoes into ultra-thin, perfectly uniform slices. So fast, the human eye can barely track individual cuts. Thickness here is everything. Too thick, the chip won't cook evenly. It stays soft in the center. Too thin, it breaks before it ever reaches the bag. Each slice is calibrated down to fractions of a millimeter because slicing precision determines how many chips survive the next stage and how many are lost forever. Now, slices fall into massive industrial fryers. Oil temperatures are tightly controlled, usually hovering around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. But frying isn't just cooking, it's transformation. Here's the moment most people never think about. A raw potato is mostly water. As each slice enters the oil, that water begins to evaporate violently. Steam escapes, moisture disappears, mass is lost. What comes out of the fryer is lighter, smaller, and dramatically reduced in weight.
This is where the potato to chip ratio collapses. One raw potato does not become one chip, not even close.
Multiple slices shrink, edges curl, some break apart under heat and motion. This is where potatoes truly start to disappear, and the final number is dropping fast.
Freshly fried chips move immediately into seasoning drums. The chips are still hot, and that heat matters because warm oil helps flavors adhere evenly. Salt, spices, powders, everything is measured to the gram. Then comes another silent filter, quality control. High-speed cameras inspect each chip for color consistency, burn marks, cracks, and breakage. Sensors detect defects humans would never notice. Broken chips, removed. Burnt chips, removed. Misshapen pieces, removed.
Once again, loss. At every stage, material is reduced, weight disappears, volume shrinks. And now we finally have everything we need to answer the question we promised at the start.
Freshly fried chips move immediately into packaging lines. Each bag is filled by precise weight, not by chip count. That's why bags look full of air. That air is nitrogen, used to protect chips from breaking and going stale. But the weight, that's exact.
Every bag contains the same amount of finished chips, which means the number of potatoes required is fixed and measurable.
Sealed bags move to warehouses, then on to trucks, then to stores. From farm to shelf, this entire journey can happen in just a few days.
And now we can finally answer the question we started with. So, how many potatoes does it really take?
On average, it takes about 3 to 4 medium-sized potatoes to produce one standard bag of potato chips.
Why? Because the potatoes lost water during frying, many potatoes are rejected during sorting, and broken chips were removed.
Only perfect chips make it into the bag. That light bag you're holding, it represents multiple real potatoes, processed, reduced, and refined into something far smaller.
Next time you open a bag of chips, remember this journey.
From soil, to machines, to heat, to precision packaging. And if this surprised you,
There are hundreds of everyday products hiding stories just like this.
If you want to keep uncovering how the things you love are really made, subscribe, because this is just the beginning.